Caught in the light. Think about waking up on a bright sunny day. As the sunlight pours through the windows of your room, it makes every detail stand out and every colour seem brighter. You feel bright and alive inside, ready to face the day. Now think about waking up on a dark and cloudy morning. Your room looks grey and blurred. Don't you wish you could pull the covers over your head and go back to bed? Light can affect the way you feel. It can lift your spirits and make you feel happy. Without light, you can feel sad and dreary. The way that artists use light in their paintings can affect your emotions as well. The Milkmaid. Let's look at the painting called The Milkmaid by the Dutch artist Jan Vermeer. Vermeer has made the milkmaid's kitchen feel warm and bright and pleasant to be in. Sunlight pours through the window. It brightens the woman and all the objects in the room. It makes the metal lantern shine and highlights the rim of the picture. Of course, there is no real sunlight in this painting. Vermeer has made you think that there is. By carefully studying how different surfaces reflect light, he painted what you would expect to see in a sunny room. The light seems to reflect off shiny objects. Even the white wall and the wood of the foot warmer on the floor seemed to shine. He also made sure that some things in the painting were quite dark. The sharp contrast between dark and light makes the bright things look even brighter. Look at the way Vermeer has used colour. He knew that the colours we see depend on how much light is falling on them. He makes us think that sunlight is coming in through the window by making the white of the milkmaid's hat, the yellow of her dress, and the blue of her apron brightest on the side close to the window. The back of her skirt and the bottom of her apron are darker because the light does not reach them. Compare the bright wall behind the milkmaid to the dark wall under the window. Ruby Green singing. Now let's look at the way another artist uses light. Look at the painting called Ruby Green Singing by the American artist James Chapin. This painting is full of light, but unlike Vermeer, Chapin decided not to show the source of the light. In Ruby Green Singing, where do you think the light is coming from? Is it sunlight? How are the dark and light colours in this painting different from the dark and light colours in The Milkmaid? Like the milkmaid in Vermeer's painting, Ruby Green is the only person in this painting. Her upturned face is framed by her dark hair and the shadows beneath her chin. Look at the flashes of light in Ruby Green's eyes and on her teeth. The title tells us that Ruby Green is singing. What kind of songs do you think she is singing, and why? Out of the Shadows. Have you ever been surprised by a flash of lightning in a dark, stormy sky? The man standing in the center of the next painting looks as though the same thing just happened to him. Belshazzar's Feast. Belshazzar's Feast was painted by the Dutch artist Rembrandt van Rijn. The painting tells a story from the Bible. While King Belshazzar was giving a great feast, a hand suddenly appeared and wrote a message on the wall, predicting that the king would be overthrown. Belshazzar could not read the message, but he was astonished by the hand. The painting makes you see how he was surprised. Rembrandt was a master at showing sharp differences between light and shadow. You can clearly see the profile of King Belshazzar, but you have to strain to see the shapes in the dark shadows. You can see all the details of Belshazzar's robe, but little of the clothes of the bearded man behind him. Rembrandt has used the contrast between dark and light to make the scene look more exciting. Rembrandt applied dabs of white paint to indicate reflections from the light. There are glints of light on the metal surfaces, silky fabrics, and sparkling jewels. Can you find the strands of pearls, the crown, and the plate of grapes that Rembrandt has highlighted as well? Rembrandt experimented with light to see how it affected people's facial expressions. Try this. Stand in front of a mirror in a well-lit room. Try moving your eyes, eyebrows, and mouth to show different expressions. Fear, anger, surprise. Now darken the room, then shine a flashlight on your face from side, then above, then below. Do your expressions look different?